Sometimes people ask me, do you like to be alone? And honestly, my answer is yes, but not all the time. Being alone doesn't always mean being lonely. In fact, I think many people confuse these two ideas. Loneliness is a feeling of emptiness, while being alone is simply a state of being. For me, being alone often feels peaceful, calm, and even necessary. In modern life, we are constantly surrounded by people, sounds, and information. Even when we are physically alone, our phones keep us connected to the whole world. Messages, notifications, and social media never really stop. That's why real alone time has become quite rare. When I finally put my phone down and sit quietly, I feel like my mind can breathe again. When I'm alone, I don't usually do anything special or impressive. I enjoy simple things. Sometimes I listen to music and let my thoughts wander. Sometimes I watch videos just for entertainment, without any purpose. Other times I think deeply about my life, my goals, my worries, and my future. Those moments help me slow down and reconnect with myself. Being alone also helps me understand my emotions better. When I'm busy or surrounded by people, I don't always notice how I truly feel. But when I'm alone, emotions become clearer. I realize when I'm stressed, when I'm tired, or when I need a break. Instead of ignoring these feelings, alone time allows me to face them honestly. That's one reason why I believe being alone is important for mental health. It gives us space to process our thoughts instead of constantly escaping them. Of course, this can be uncomfortable at first. Silence can feel strange, especially if we're used to noise. But over time, silence becomes a friend rather than something to fear. Even though I enjoy being alone, I don't want to live in isolation. I still value relationships and social connections. Spending time with friends brings joy, laughter, and shared memories. Talking to others helps me see different perspectives and reminds me that I'm not alone in this world. However, I notice that after spending too much time socializing, I feel drained. My energy slowly runs out. That's when I know I need to be alone again. For me, alone time is like charging a battery. Without it, I feel overwhelmed and exhausted. With it, I feel balanced and refreshed. If I had to choose between staying at home alone or going out with friends, my choice would depend on my emotional state. On stressful days, staying at home feels like the best option. I can relax, be quiet, and recover. On happier or more energetic days, I enjoy meeting friends and creating new memories together. The last time I was truly alone was not long ago. I remember sitting quietly in my room late at night. There was no noise outside, no messages coming in. I was just listening to soft music and breathing slowly. That moment wasn't exciting, but it felt meaningful. It reminded me that peace doesn't always come from doing more. Sometimes it comes from doing less. Many people are afraid of being alone because they are afraid of their own thoughts. When we're alone, there's no distraction. We have to face ourselves. But I think learning to be comfortable with yourself is one of the most valuable skills in life. When you enjoy your own company, you don't depend on others to feel complete. This doesn't mean you should push people away. It simply means that your happiness doesn't rely entirely on external validation. You can be alone without feeling empty. And when you choose to be with others, it comes from genuine connection, not fear of loneliness. As I grow older, my relationship with being alone has changed. I no longer see it as something negative. I see it as a chance to reflect, grow, and heal. Alone time helps me become more self-aware and emotionally stable. In the end, I believe life is about balance. Too much socializing can be exhausting, and too much isolation can be unhealthy. The key is to listen to yourself and understand what you need at different moments. For me, being alone is not about escaping the world. It's about understanding myself better so I can live more fully in it. So yes, I do like to be alone, not because I dislike people, but because I value peace, self-understanding, and the quiet moments that help me become a better version of myself.